Okay, Exponential Idol, you ready to rumble? Um, just for coloring shorthand here, I like to keep my top left and right names, whatever. I have an A column in here. I could use something for it just to save it. Who knows? I might do some key stuff inside of there. But I can't really do anything with this yet. I haven't figured out how to crack it and actually get it to the sensible number without the B's and the M's and the K's to do it. So it won't be able to get the maxes, the averages within the sector off of the right hand rule. This does tell me potentially if you can add it together. I can't get the sum across the bottom either until I figure out how to make that a real number or go through it 5,000 times and actually figure out the number, reprogram it in, which I'm not about to do. But while I'm dusting off some of the skills that are out here or something, again, I'm assuming other computer gears are going to be doing. I mean, you will kick these over into individual sections. And if you notice, I've taken out the subsector inside here. I just want the main community service, communication services. We'll come over here, communication services. I can easily check that to what was the subsector now that it's alphabetical. And we can run the same thesis again. Let's come back over here to Tomb World though. The overall Tomb World. I probably could have kept it and just condensed it or hid the column. Probably should have. That'll be an ouchie later, I'm sure. But in general, the whole sector analysis can work this way for the overall game thesis. And again, I can't necessarily get this amount of the sector to know the sinusoidals just yet from here because I can't do that right just at the moment. But anyways, just for game thesis inside of here, I am going to find the total of that. That all breaks down out of how much of those things, when you have them in that position now to the name that you can program something into. From here, it's going to do something a little different. You can absolutely 50 states, 23 districts, 63 counties. What the state would be and the subset states would be if you want to take your the way of thinking about that, because globally you can generally, as long as you have the dollars IVR trade triangle up in there for the source code XYZ, you'd be all right. But this is just fast hand for my eye when I'm scrolling, copying, and that's going to blow through a lot of here, because when you're coming up, you want to be able to easy check, see where that is, cut it, bring it back down, adjust, have that finger control like AI, because that's basically what I'm having it do, but they're going to hard max. They're like, and just mow through that. But you're going to do that through all the sectors. And then we're going to redo that on the subsectors. We will have this same number. We won't have to do that because we could do that here on the Tomb World page. We'll know what's in the sector. Because out of that, you may want to refine that. Sure, I believe it. Said something dumb, I'm sure. Customer discretionary. We could probably break that down in a few different parts. Here it doesn't really have their industrials either. When you go to dig a site, they're going to have some key functions that are for some reason equatable to them commonly on order books. You got to stay with that, but I don't necessarily need to care about that from here. The overall game thesis from here, everybody's going to know, because it's the baser variant on the equation that says you can do it this way, and everybody will equate, at least if we say the line is today, which may not be fair. I mean, it would be totally right, but I would be in the upside down position because it's not the first of the year, or I'm not close enough to the first of the year where I'm seeing that calculus diagram on a slope or a mirrored option of that cycle this month or week, or how that truly overlays into that sinusoidal. But from here, I would imagine it's a very pure type of looking at those 5,000. Now, this is not everything. You're going to still need to add the bit categories into here. If there's subcategories of the bit, you would still need the master key from the Tomb World of Doge, Ethereum, bit, anything that's that type of thing instead of anything else, to then start chewing at the overall what you believe the whole matter of money is in a liquidation standard, which should go to the bank, which should be able to arbiter to the books of the whole neighborhood to really say, well, that's what we believe that is. We can predictability that neighborhood kind of from this wide margin of what that is explicitly with finances. Um, so just something to think about. It was some notes while I was running it here. Catch you on the next one.